I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Woo! I am live for you, with you, and it is Wonder Women Wednesday. This episode is episode 22, and here we are highlighting ordinary women making an extraordinary difference. We want to give them their flowers, acknowledge them for what they do, and thank them for the difference that they're making in the world today. And I also aim to show you that they are women just like you, and for you to see a little bit of yourself in them. Today, it is a privilege and honor to be having a conversation with the awesome Kathryn Lang. Um, she's she's in behind the scenes. I can see her just moving her head around, dancing to what I'm saying. But she is awesome. Uh, if you've just tuned in on radio, my name is Inga van Roy, and I am recognized as a connection catalyst. I am a brand strategist that helps entrepreneurs break free from all the chaos and noise that's around them, and helping them to develop a branding strategy to stand out and connect with their ideal community. I do everything from helping them develop their process to helping them figure out what the heck they need to wear when they go to an event. We do all of that and so much more. So if you'd like to work with me, please reach out. You can do so um, on any platform. I would be happy to chat with you. Um, I want to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Africa Online Radio, where we bring you only the very best in local and international music. So, Africa is sponsoring the live portion of this show, and I want to acknowledge them. And also, if you'd like to take a listen to what we have to say on radio, you can do so by going to this website that will be scrolling across your screen. It is africa.co.za, and that is to the people who are watching us live right now. So, africa.co.za. Definitely jump on that platform when we are done with this live portion of the show, because I will be wrapping up the conversation on that side for all of you. Looking forward to chatting with Kathryn. So, without further ado, why don't we welcome her?
Hello.
Hello, lady.
How are you?
Whoop whoop. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Been jamming out, enjoying myself over here, but that's kind of standard operating procedure in my life.
I'm sure. Oh my goodness. Welcome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for being here with me.
Thank you for having me. And I brought my cape.
Woohoo! Oh my goodness.
Everybody should have
I
a Wonder
love
Woman
that.
cape.
Yes, I need to get myself one.
I mean, or whatever kind of cape you want. I'm not your cape. Just every now and then you need to walk around with a cape on to feel like a superhero because
Right?
you are a superhero.
Yes, we are in our own lives for sure. We are. So,
Definitely.
Catherine, who is Kathryn Lang? Can you tell us a little bit about her?
I am a natural born encourager. I like to tell people that when I was born, I slapped the doctor on the rear end and told him he did a good job. That is just my natural
Oh
bent.
my
I
God.
and I am finally leaning into that because when I tell people I'm an encourager, the the smart people out there tell me, but you can't make a living being an encourager. And I am here to prove them wrong.
Yes, please.
So I am 100% all in on being an encourager. I help people wherever they are get to wherever they want to be in their own way. I had a friend label me many years ago that I was God's cheerleader. And I was not a
Mm.
cheerleader in school. I was a jock. So I was deeply offended that he had the audacity to call me a cheerleader. But he still laughs at me because now I embraced it. I am what I am, much like Popeye. I just don't have a pipe. I do eat spinach, but I don't have a pipe. I am what I am. That's all that I am. I am your face of encouragement.
I love that. Wow. I love that. Let's before we jump into the conversation, how about we say hello to who is in the comments? Oh wow. Hello to you, James. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. He says, yeah. And we have some Wonder Women. Thank you, Diane. She says, happy Wednesday, everyone. Nice to see you here. And we have Whitney. She says, I was jamming to the music on Africa. So, full disclosure, I played the music, but Catherine provided me with quite a few tunes to play. So, yay for that. Thank you, Catherine.
Well, those were just the ones in my head.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Diane says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Diane. Thank you for being here. Diane and Whitney were both on this show previously. So if you didn't catch those episodes and you're watching, please definitely go back and check them out. You can find them on YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And then we have Baha Hassan saying, good evening, everyone. He's from tuning in from Iraq. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Whitney is sending you this. She says, I love the butterflies and quotes in your background, Catherine.
The
So,
quotes
yes,
are actually my motto. Have fun, make friends, be relentlessly helpful.
beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Whitney is emphasizing the professional encourager. She says, great title. And we have Karen Rivera. She says, greetings from the piney woods of East Texas. Awesome to have you here, Karen. Thank you for being here with us. And let me see. Ah, we also have my friend Carmen tuned in as well. She says she's tuned in, as well as a friend named Jay. So nice to have you guys here with us. Um, let's jump in, shall we? Okay.
Well, before we even get started, I do want to point out that you
Hmm.
mentioned laughter yoga.
Yes.
I didn't know there was any other way to do yoga. So the
Oh
first
my.
time somebody invited me to do yoga, she fortunately did not show up, so I did not have someone to play off of because I'm really bad if I have somebody to play off of. But I just kept in my mind, I couldn't leave yoga after it was over because in my mind I had created all these new names for the yoga position, like I think it was women warrior position was squatting in the woods peeing because that's what it looked like to me. The pigeon pose
Yes.
was drunken twister. The random things that came up, and I did several series of posts on it, but I had so much fun in my head. I was smart enough not to do it out loud, but I had so much fun in my head, and that's to me that's what laughter is all about. Is you know having fun in your own head sometimes.
Yes. Um,
Sorry, just going to derail it
so
right off the start.
it's funny because the other day I just started laughing, and my daughter says, and now? And I said, sorry, it's an inside joke. And she
we
said,
we do that in
you
our
can't
house all the
laugh out
time.
loud.
My
Yeah.
my husband, yeah, my husband will say, just ignore her. It's the voices in her head.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew, let's jump in. So Catherine, can you tell us a little bit more about your career journey, like where you started to where you got to this point where you are now, a professional encourager?
Well, I was always an encourager. I just had never gotten paid for it. It's kind of like
Mm,
talking. I didn't always talk. I didn't start talking till I was 2, but my dad says after I learned to talk, I haven't shut up since. So I've been trying to put that to work in my life. I started professionally writing in 2005. So I've been professionally writing as a content writer, as a novelist, and as an encourager writer. I've written columns in newspapers and magazines in 2005. Been doing it for more years than I want to count. LinkedIn just sent me a notice about how long I've been on LinkedIn, and I really did not need to know that, but thanks anyway. So I have just gotten into being a professional speaker in 2013 when I launched my Growing Hope podcast. And I was speaking on a regular basis. And I had the wonderful opportunity to work with somebody that was big in the industry at the time. And they told me I was doing everything wrong. And I listened to them. And by listening to them, I tried to modify who I was and what I was doing and how I was doing it. And this shift left me in a hole and I could not see where I was going. And it's only been 2020 was a little insane for everybody. But on April 12th, Easter night of 2020, a tornado landed on my house. And the tornado kicked us out of the house, kicked us out of the woods we had been living in for 25 years, and
wow.
slammed us into town. We had to live in the city with everybody else in the middle of a quarantine.
Wow.
And we had to change everything, do everything different on top of the quarantine rules. And I began to slowly recognize who I was. And this encourager that I've always been began to just be front and center. And I still have people say, "You're doing it all wrong." And I said, "Just for you, I'm doing it all right for me because my way is my way and your way is your way. And I can't expect you to understand my way. And I'm going to quit trying to do it your way." And that is where we are today, 100% all in as me. And when we're 100% all in as us, then nothing can stop us from living our best lives. And more importantly, we are relentlessly helpful and
Yes.
we turn the world upside right.
I love that. Ooh, you know, I want to emphasize something that you said because it really hit home for me. And that is that we need to be ourselves, right? There's always a way that somebody is going to recommend for you, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You can take it, you can take what they're saying, right? But you don't necessarily have to incorporate every single thing that they're suggesting for you because it is a suggestion. Even no matter how forcefully it is given to you, it's a suggestion because you decide. You decide.
It is your journey. You decide. You define what success is.
Hmm.
Then you determine your path to that success. And then
Yes.
you get to walk it out your way, your time, your rhythm. You get to dance to the beat of your own drum,
Own
no matter
drum.
what music is
Hmm.
playing. It is
Hmm.
it is totally on you. Learn from everybody that's gone before you or everybody
Yes.
that's walking with you, but then make it your own
Mm.
because you are important to this world. You are necessary to this world. You were
Mhm.
designed on purpose and for a purpose. And when you understand that purpose and you live it out boldly,
Yes.
people hear and it affects them. And then they are encouraged to live their unique design.
Yes. Unique design. Let's just emphasize that for a second because, you know, um, hmm, okay, let's let me go to, um, a lot of people that watch the show or listen to it will know that I speak about Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
And let me define what that means to you quickly. What it means. So, Ubuntu is an ancient African word and it means humanity to others. It is often described as reminding us that I am because we are. And Ubuntu is very important to me. And the reason is because I believe that who I am today would not be here had it not been for the people that are in my circle. So, what I mean by that is this. I have friends in my circle and I admire them and I strive to emulate them, but I don't copy what they do. I look at what they do and I think about how I can implement that in my own life, in my own way. So, unique design, right?
That's right.
Um,
And
and
I am
yes,
I
go.
would yeah, I would never encourage somebody. Well, I do, but I don't expect everybody to be as upbeat and positive as I am. I have been fueling this positivity animal since the beginning of time. It is not
Mm-hmm,
something new to me.
mm,
But I didn't even know it was abnormal to be this positive until first after I would go out walking when we got thrown into the city because that's something that you could do during COVID. You could go walk, and I would go walk, and I have a tendency to sing and dance randomly. And I would be out singing, and my husband has caught me. He said, I was trying to figure out what you were doing because you just stop every minute and you'd go woo, and I would just be stopping and pointing, and I was the only person out there. But I was singing praise music in my head. And one of my neighbors said he thought he was watching me. He had seen my website and he thought she's fake. There's no way she can really be like this. And about the third or fourth
oh,
time he saw me walk by, he's like, man, she really is like this. It is just I truly believe that when we have that joy bubbling up inside us, we enjoy the journey. We enjoy
mm-hmm,
walking. We talk to the geese, and
yes.
I try to negotiate with them before I get to them because they're standing in the walking trail. And I'm like, look, guys, y'all know that I was coming this way, so you might as well move over, beep, beep. And it makes it possible. It makes everything easier
Mhm,
when I am willing to find joy even after being thrown out by a tornado.
mm, mm, yes. So, just further to what I was saying. So, for me, community is everything.
Yep.
Community is the reason that I am who I am.
Oh yeah.
Um, what does community mean to you?
Community for me is everybody is my community. My
Mm,
son went to the National Jamboree recently, and he was talking about how you don't just talk to strangers. I said, look, I don't know if I've ever met a stranger. I mean, I've met strange people, but I don't know if I've ever met a stranger because I everybody is my
mm,
community. I am here. We came in contact for a reason. It
mm,
wasn't by chance. There's a reason we came in contact. And if I'm not aware of the fact that there's a reason for our connection, then I can't
mm,
be a catalyst for possibility and hope that could be seated in you at that moment, or that you could be seeding in me if I'm receptive. So for
mm,
me, community is every encounter that I have.
mm. I love that. Hmm. I need to think about that a bit more. But, hmm. Okay, hmm. So then, how does the work that you do relate to community?
I am constantly on the lookout for people who are not happy where they are.
Mm,
I just recently changed my LinkedIn line to say, if you're not enjoying the journey, it's time to change rides, because that's how I feel about everything. So in the checkout line, if the person's not happy, I'm talking to them about where their joy is and how they find joy. I'm constantly looking for opportunities to be invested
mm,
in seeding joy and courage in the hearts and the minds of the people that I encounter. So for my work, when someone is stuck and they contact me and they want to work with me, I will help them find what it is that gets them unstuck. I don't have a step by step guide because everybody's step by step is different. So we have to determine
mm,
where you are and then what will elevate you to your possibilities.
mm. Beautiful. Let's go to the comments and see what people are saying. Okay. Ooh, we have Muhammad saying Assalamu alaikum. Good Wednesday, sisters, and all. He's tuning in from Dhaka in Bangladesh. Thank you, Mohammed, for being here. I hope you're still here to see me greeting you. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. And okay, so my friend Carmen is, is commenting from YouTube. So she was listening on radio, and now she's watching on YouTube. She says that's better because she can see us. Thank you for being here, Carmen. And she also says laughter yoga is the best for a team building exercise. Uh, are you sure?
It's
I just, oh
dangerous
my
if I'm on your team.
God, I just, wow. So when I was first introduced to laughter yoga, it was in a clubhouse room. And believe me, so many people muted themselves when they did the laughing exercises because they were so shy to laugh in front of others.
I do not have that problem. The third week we attended church at our new church, the pastor stopped me. He said, I don't mind you laughing, but you got to quit laughing out loud because I was interrupting his sermon. And I
Oh
laugh
my gosh.
inappropriately. So I add to it because I laugh inappropriately. I was in the hospital with my son overnight and I walked out to the nurses' station and they had this whiteboard up. And the whiteboard would say stuff like, crash cart, and whoever was working the crash cart that night. And I walked out and
Mm,
said, crash cart, Jesus. And I just busted out laughing in the middle of the nurse's station. And she turned around, she looked at me. I was like, well, it's good to know we've got him on the crash cart tonight. And it just never, it never clicked with her. But when she looked at it, she went, "Oh."
Oh my gosh. Okay, Diane, she says, absolutely all of that. Doing it wrong, your way, but 100% right my way. Ooh, yes, Diane. I think this can help you with what we talked about yesterday. I love you, Diane. She says, oh my goodness. Did she just say living our best lives? Where has my soul sister been all these years? Right?
Right over here in Alabama.
And Diane is in Philly. But it's okay, the internet makes the distance very short. She says, not abnormal to bring positivity into the world. Our world has become more negative, and we need to help others find their joy and happiness. Most importantly, bring it back to the world that temporarily lost it. Temporarily lost it. Stand in your great happy place and continue to radiate your awesomeness. I love this.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Diane commented again. She says, truth. Where has my twin been all these years? Oh my goodness. I'm loving this.
Can't wait to connect. Let's do
Yes.
this.
Yes, do it. You guys are both awesome.
Hey, Kirk.
Hello, Kirk. Nice to see you. You're connected to him, I guess,
Yes,
Kathryn?
yes, yes.
Thank you for joining us, Kirk. Let us know where you tuned in from, please. And look,
Wanda is the one that
Wanda.
took the picture of me in my Wonder Woman's cape that I sent you. So Wanda is
Oh,
a Wonder Woman all her own.
oh, nice. So Wanda Evans says, love you, Kathy. Oh my gosh.
Kathy is my
Carmen.
cool name.
So Carmen, she's writing to us. She says, yes, I had a laughter therapist at one of the PA conferences I hosted. Some of the ladies were rolling on the floor, short of me hand out nappies or diapers. Oh my god. Oh, Carmen, something you need to know about me is I visualize everything. So I can totally see what you're talking about. Oh my gosh. She says, um, she believes in keeping her joy tank filled at all
Absolutely.
times. Beautiful. And she's tuning in from Cape Town, South Africa. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
Oh
whoop. I've
my
heard of it.
gosh. Some awesome comments. Sorry, say that
I
again.
said I've heard of it.
You you've heard of it?
I've heard of it.
I hope you get to travel there one day.
My dream is that I travel the world being the voice of encouragement for the world, spreading seeds of hope that grow up to change the world.
Mm. Say it again.
I don't know if I can.
Come
Um,
on. I wish I had an instant replay right now.
my dream is to travel the world as
Mm,
the face of encouragement, sharing seeds of hope, scattering seeds of hope around the world that grow up
mm,
to change the world.
beautiful.
I got
Wow.
close.
Carmen, you and I were just talking about a seed earlier. Wow.
Yeah. Well, for me, that to me, I envision when we were created, a heart seed was planted in us. Our uniqueness, I call it a heart seed. And as we're growing up or going to school or getting experience, stuff covers that heart seed and we lose who we are uniquely designed to be. And we begin
Mm,
to try to fit into the conformities of the world and we tether ourselves to the limits of the world. And until we uncover that heart seed and begin growing it up and release those tethers, we can't fly. We can't take off into all of our possibilities. So I
Mm,
envision this heart seed planted in us. And the seed of hope for me is the first piece of the uncovering the heart seed to live out
mm,
your best life.
mm. I got a message from somebody. They said, I'm tuned in now, and I love the fact that as I tuned in, I hear your laughter. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, laughter is spreading. It is. It's why we like to watch kids laugh
Yes.
because it's just so unlimited joy. It is just it's laughter is bubbling joy. That's what laughter is.
Mm, hmm. Yes. I want to read. Um, Kenny says those are some special valid points with regards to community that you mentioned. So thank you. Um, hmm. Let's jump back to some questions. Um, Catherine, so you mentioned a bit of hardship that you went through in 2020. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how laughter has helped you overcome it, please?
Well, in 2020, like I said, the house that we had, this only house we've ever had, it was our forever home, was hit. A tornado literally landed on our house. We were the only house in the area that it landed. We had our own personal EF1 tornado. If you get the opportunity, please pass, call me. I will tell you it is not worth doing. So we had a tornado land on our house, and then we went through the process of 3 years fighting the insurance to have it repaired the way it was supposed to be repaired. We get to the end of that battle and we lose to the insurance company. Were it not for the foundation of joy that I have in my life, I would have broken. I almost broke anyway. But
Mm,
because I had people around me that had that foundation of joy, when I came out of that courtroom broken, I mean, probably the most broken I have ever been. My son sent a text to
mm,
me and my husband that said, God's got this. And it allowed just a little bit, just a spark of hope to start growing again. And
mm,
being able to laugh at situations that are uncomfortable or unpleasant. You're not making fun of it, you're not making light of it, you're bubbling your joy is what you're doing. You're
mm,
stirring your joy with that laughter. And because you're
mm,
stirring your joy with that laughter, you can breathe. You can breathe through the heaviness of the
mm,
situation. You
mm,
can breathe through the despair of the destruction. You can breathe. And because you can
mm,
breathe, you can take the next step. And for me, that's what
mm,
it was. I found little pieces of laughter randomly,
mm,
like just like I did in the hospital room. I found that sign of, Jesus is manning the I'm sure that that's not how they pronounced his name, but that's how it was spelled, and therefore that's how I pronounced it. But
yeah.
little things like that, find little pieces of smiles and the little pieces of smiles and little pieces of laughter and let it fuel that joy. And that joy gives you the strength to stand.
Mm. So, mm, how did laughter become your thing? Like, where does it? Um,
I don't know, but I just find so many things. I find everything funny. I find it
mm,
funny that you don't find it funny. I mean, that adds to my funny. And my husband and I were doing a live stream and we're about to launch it again called He Said, She Said. And one of my neighbors stopped my dad one day and she said, does she always laugh like that? And yes, y'all, I do always laugh like that, usually at the expense of my family. Uh, I just find things, I just enjoy it. I enjoy this journey. I enjoy it as much as
Mm,
possible. And I dare you to enjoy it
mm,
too.
mm, mm, mm.
It's just one of my superpowers. I just laugh. I laugh when I'm on stage. I laugh at my own jokes when I'm doing my podcast. I think I'm hilarious.
I think you're hilarious too. I
No,
think this
my
is
my
the
family
most
will
I've
tell you
ever
not to say
laughed.
that to me. Yeah, my family tells you
Ah,
not to encourage. Don't encourage her. That's don't encourage her.
oh my gosh. I think this is the most I've laughed on my show. Because it's a fairly serious show. We're talking about adversity, right? Like it's serious.
Look, even in adversity, if you're not like
Mm,
I taught this to my kids to their detriment in some situations because my husband is not like this at all. He's getting better, but in stressful situations, he does not find humor. So, as we're hiking out of the
mm.
tornado destruction, my youngest son, who was still living with us at the time, is telling jokes the whole time. And I finally turned around. I was like, son, you're going to have to be quiet or you're not going to live the rest of this trip. Your dad's going to take you out. Um, but yeah, even in stressful situations, laughter will release your stress. Stress and laughter can't hang out together.
No, you're so right. They can't. Um, do you have another story you can share with us about how you laughed in the face of adversity?
I can't remember when I didn't. But I will tell you, it wasn't in the face of adversity, but I always found a way to laugh. And when I was in high school, I was not a rule breaker. I could bend a rule beautifully, but I was not going to break the rules because I live in a small town. And if I had broken a rule and my mom was on the city council, I'd have been on the front page of the paper, and that just would not have been good. So I could bend the rules. And we would do stuff like, have you ever heard of red light?
Mm-mm.
Okay. When you're playing red light, you come up to the red light, you stop the car at the red light, everybody gets out of the car, runs around the car, gets back in the car before the light
Oh my
changes. But if you went out with me, I didn't just put you into red light and let you learn red light at the red light. We practiced at stop signs. So a friend of mine who was into the heavier partying side, some of her friends said, "Why do you go out with her? She doesn't drink, she doesn't do drugs." And my girlfriend's like, "You've obviously never been out with her before." Because I was just, even back then, I just wanted to have fun. Girls Just Want to Have Fun was my theme song. And the more you find ways to laugh, the more you find that laughter
Mm,
becomes a weapon, a weapon of possibility. So when
mm,
diversity comes at you, laughter breaks through.
mm,
You just laugh the storms
mhm,
away.
mhm. Okay, let's go to the comments and then I have another question for you.
Okay.
Mm. Comment says, Catherine, did you know that the seed of a baobab tree is kind of heart shaped?
No, but that warms my heart.
Yeah, yeah, that's so, so, so cool. She says, oh, I was thinking the same thing about the seed now. Yep, yes. Um, hmm. Common, remind me, where can we find, where are baobab trees? Where are they, um, what are they, where are they indigenous? Are they in South Africa? I think so.
I think so.
Um, yeah. So maybe I'm gonna need to bring you some seeds when I go again.
I think that's illegal.
Maybe, but maybe there's a way where it's been preserved.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Because remember, we bend rules, we don't break
Mm,
rules.
well, it may not be illegal. It may not be. I'll look
Okay.
into it because um, I have brought some seeds from South Africa before of
You might not
tortillas.
want to confess that over the internet like that, you know.
No, but no, it was fine. It was perfectly fine. Um, Whitney says, joy gives you strength to stand. Yes, yes. Um, Carmen also says, I think baobab trees are in South Africa, but they grow really huge.
I think that's what was in The Little Prince, the book, The Little Prince. I think that that's the trees that he had growing on his planet.
Hmm, hmm, not sure. And look who it is. It's Amy. Amy says, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, Amy. And anyone who's watching or listening, if you would like to, there's a networking event that's happening tomorrow. And Amy will be the speaker at that event. Um, so, Amy, please share the link with us. And anyone who would like to find out more about it, please send me a message on LinkedIn. My name is Inga van Roy, and I'm the only Inga van Roy there. So send me a message, and I'll be happy um, to share with you. So, Amy, let us know what you'll be talking about. You can drop it in the comment. I want to just look at some messages that I may have received. Some messages. Okay, yeah, I've received this message. Ooh. Amy, Amy is Amy says, woohoo! And she sent the link for the event. So there's the link. And I see Kathryn shared her website. Thank you, Kathryn. Um, Look who is saying hello to us. Hello, Jim. Jim Fuse says, hello, ladies. Thank you for popping in. I'm going to share Kathryn's website in the clicker. So if you would like to get in touch, it'll be scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So get in touch with Kathryn by visiting her website, which is kathrynlang.com. And let me spell it out for you because it's not the
It is the
regular.
right way to spell Catherine.
It's not the default way that you think of it. So it is Kathryn as in Nancy, LAN as in Nancy, G.com. And
And if
also,
if they can't get to me at katherinelang.com, try Snarky Rainbows. I'm there too.
yes, she is.
Snarkyrainbows.com.
And Kathryn, tell us a little bit about the webinar that you are hosting later this month, please.
In this process of figuring out that I can do this encouragement, I can just be an encourager. I have developed this series of resilience training, and the first one will be on tapping into your focus. And it's important to know that focus is different for you than it is for me. So we're going to find your way. We're going to walk through steps to find your way to focus in this season of your life so that you can make the most of all of your resources, especially your time. And you can find that at tapintoyourfocus.com.
Yes, tap into yourfocus.com. Find out more information about the this teaching that Kathryn is offering soon. Um, and again, reach out to her at kathrynlang.com. So KATHRYN as in Nancy, LAN as in Nancy again, G.com. kathrynlang.com. Thank you. I want to read you something. So this is this is something that a listener sent to me. So laughter, something I didn't do quite often because I was so scared that my laughter would make me vulnerable. Until I met someone who always portrayed a sense of joy and happiness to hear me laugh. I never understood it then, and it was weird to me. But I think I understand now. And if through my laughter someone can find a small bit of joy or happiness, then I am happy. That's beautiful.
That is
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that with us. They also said, I love how your guest laughs all the time. It's contagious. I know. Yes, it is contagious. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
And it is nonstop. My husband and I had coffee with a friend recently, and he said when I first met you, I kept waiting for the mask to break,
Mm,
and because at the time, my husband said I was the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs had come out, and I was rainbows and lollipops. And so my friend would make fun of me, "Are you rainbows and lollipops today?" And he said, "After all these years, you've never broken. You always find hope. You always
mm,
find the silver lining. You always find the joy." And the reason I do is because I'm always looking for it. If you will look for it, you will find it every single time.
right? It's not just waiting for it to come, but go look for it and you will find it.
That's right.
Seek and you shall find.
Every time. You'll always find what you're looking for. So if you're looking for the
Yeah.
problems, you'll find them every single time.
Oh,
If you're looking for the hope, you'll find it every single time.
yes. Yes. Woo! You'll always find what you're looking for. I love that, Catherine. Um, it's just a great reminder because people that seek negativity will find it,
Hmm.
and those who seek positivity will find it.
That's right.
Hmm. Yes. Amy's emphasizing that as well. She says, if you look for it, you will find it. I love that, Catherine. Yep. Whatever
Look,
you look for, you'll find. Yes. What did you see?
you just put up my webinar. Woohoo!
Yes, man. It's been up here for a minute or two. I just clicked on the comments as well. But so a Catherine has a webinar that's coming up. It's called Tap into Your Focus. And you can access that by going to my website,
You can tap into your focus
tapintoyourfocus.com.
by tapping on the
Yes.
link.
Oh my God. Yes. And then also reach out to Catherine again on kathrynlang.com. Catherine, we are in the wrapping up phase of the show. So I'd like to ask you, what are your tips for people that need to find more laughter in their lives?
My biggest tip is to find what makes you smile and spend time with it, whatever that is. If you need to spend time watching old reruns of Gilmore Girls, do that. Whatever it is that stirs, because that's what, remember, we're stirring up this, we're bubbling up joy.
Mm,
Laughter is bubbled up joy. So when you're invested in bubbling up this joy, you're strengthening the foundation that you're going to have to stand. So be invested intentionally in something that makes you smile. And folks, seriously, if you're not enjoying the journey, change rides.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Right? I love that. Um, hmm. And I'm just thinking, how can how can someone who's going through a hard time right now really um just harness laughter to help them overcome?
uh, uh, Reach out to me if you can't find your laughter. Reach out to me, we'll find it together. I'll do a free 20-minute call with anybody that cannot find laughter on their own. We will find your laughter. But the simplest
Mm,
way to smile,
mm,
smile leads you to your place of happy. So
mm,
start by smiling, and it is the most contagious thing that we can do is smile, because it's going to
mm,
spread to everybody you encounter.
yes. Um, do you have any shows or movies that you can recommend to help you with that, or something to read as well?
Yeah, well, the here's the thing, joy is, I'm so messed up. I can go the whole gamut of what is joyful. But if you've never heard
Mm,
Who's on First, look it up on YouTube. It is an old Abbott and Costello bit, and for me, it's hilarious. I just ran into Finding Drew Lynch, which is a comedian, and he has a handicap. He stutters, and I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe when I watched his. Uh, find what makes you happy. I love stupid movies like the pirate movie, which nobody's ever heard of, but I can sing the songs that go with it. Oscar, which is Sylvester Stallone as a recovering mobster, and it's
oh,
wordplay. So I love wordplay. Clue, because of the
mm,
wordplay. So I'm really big on wordplay. So movies and TV shows that have a lot of wordplay. That's why I mentioned the Gilmore Girls, because they had, and especially in the earlier seasons, a lot of quick dialogue. And if you're not paying attention, you have to keep rewinding it so you can figure out what they said.
mm.
But whatever it is for you, do it. Veggie Tales. If you've never watched Veggie Tales with your kids, forget your kids. Just watch it yourself. It's hilarious. I love the Veggie Tales.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Um, for me, there is a show that I watch. I mentioned it to you the other day, and it's called Just for Laughs. Excuse me. And that show, it's a prank show. So they play pranks on people. Um, and some of them, some of them I don't always find funny because humor is personal, right? But um, a lot of the time, my husband will hear me laughing in the other room, and he knows just by the way that I'm laughing that that is what I'm watching. So, Just for Laughs is my recommendation. I
Yeah.
want to see what people are saying. Whitney says, that was a mic drop. If you're not enjoying the journey, change rides.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Roller coasters are not for everyone, right?
Not everybody
Oh
likes
my
roller
gosh.
coasters.
No.
Some people want to be on the log ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some people like those boats.
Yes.
Have you seen? We have an extreme boat ride now, which is like it starts off like this, and then it goes, and it actually does a
Nope. Mm-mm.
360. Like
That
that
is
is
not an
not for
extreme
me.
boat ride. That's suicide. I always imagine it getting stuck and I'm hanging upside down for the rest of the day at the park. No, that's not my. Don't need to go there.
Nope. Diane, she says, find what makes you smile and spend time with it. Ooh. When are we having a meet and greet? Your laughter is contagious. It is, I promise you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Y'all keep it up. I need more. I need more encouragement.
Just
Feed the
reach
ego.
out to her. Reach out to her, Diane. Um, I'm glad you tuned in. She says, smile is the universal sign of kindness. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. And Whitney says that she loves the Gilmore Girls. I
Yeah.
did too.
It's great wordplay. I love wordplay. Psych is another TV show that has really good wordplay. Um, If you've never watched Psych, it's just it's sometimes it's really bad wordplay, but it's I love it. My favorite episode is where they redo all the movies from the 80s, all the teen movies from the 80s.
Oh
So
my
like
gosh.
16 Candles and The Breakfast Club, he goes through all the lines from those movies.
Wow. Um, okay, hold on.
Sorry,
No, that's fine.
I'm totally messing up the timing.
It's okay. We're wrapping up, but I've got a message that I want to read. It says, I love that. Be invested intentionally in something that's gonna make you smile. And they also said, thank you for the question that I asked. And they said also that they find themselves in a place of difficulty
Mhm.
in in their workplace at the moment, and it seems to have sucked the joy right out of them. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Negativity will do that. Negativity will suck your joy out. If you're in a position where you can't get away from the negativity, then be doubly invested in joy outside that negativity. Eventually, negativity has to run from joy because
Yes,
the light always dispels the darkness every single
yes,
time.
every single time. Um, and she says, for me, it's Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory and the series of young Sheldon. That's awesome. Let me see. Um, okay, so Whitney says also she 80s teen movies are her jam. Diane says more, more, more. Your smile is contagious as well. Your encouragement must be contagious as well. Yes, I love it. Um, oh, that's a good idea. Whitney says we should have a watch party. Oh my gosh. Yes. Katie, okay. Whitney tagged you here. I know that you're busy and you haven't been able to tune in, but she says that you will like this conversation and please don't feel bad because you weren't here live. We appreciate you, um, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I'm acknowledging everyone. Yes. So thank you, Catherine.
Thank you
So
for
people
having
can.
me.
It's my pleasure. So people can find you on kathrynlang.com. And again,
And
let me
I
just.
would like to invite everybody to check out growinghoperadio.com. That's my podcast. And I also
Okay.
do a video. So if you like my laughter, I make faces. I didn't realize I made faces until I started grabbing screenshots. And now I have this whole series of me going, ooh, and things like that throughout the show. So,
Oh my gosh. I'm just going to put it on here.
okay, growinghoperadio.com.
Growinghoperadio.com.
.com. You remember those commercials?
So,
Where it would
yes.
say, I don't even remember what it was, but do you remember the .com?
So, growinghoperadio.com. And you can
Yes.
listen to Catherine's podcast
And see me.
on that website. Yes, and see her too. Thank you. Thank you for being an awesome guest, for bringing the laughter with you. We appreciate you. And so I hope people will connect with you and just get to know the awesomeness that is you.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you.
Make it an amazing, amazing day further, everyone. And please come and join us on Africa Online Radio, where I will be wrapping up the last half hour of this show. So go to africa.co.za. I will definitely I will definitely be playing awesome music again. So thank you again, Catherine, and I'll see you guys on Africa. Bye for now. Make it an amazing day and week further.